Hi, welcome to Wholeheartedly for the Lord Bible Journaling with Sherry. Look at all of this stuff that I have here. Let me explain what's going on. My printer, I had it for about 5 years, so I can say my HP printer did me well. It went on the blink, so I couldn't print anything out. These are some extras that I have like laying around. I got most of my stash, got rid of most of my stash, was able to use it or give it away, but I still had some left over. So some of these have been my saving grace. So I'll be mixing and matching some things. I won't show you everything. Let me tell you about my procrastination. Remember, I had a video on my sin of procrastination. It caught up with me here. I've been doing well with everything else, but my sermon notes, I have not been keeping up with documenting them in the Bible. I do have a good reason for it. And because my pastor does sermon series, I try to wait until he's finished before I journal a nugget in my sermon Bible, because I don't want to miss anything and then have to add. So, and it's been a long series, and I've also been trying to figure out how I was going to summarize it, because it started out in John chapter 8. Love that chapter. And then he ended up going to Hebrews. So he was in Hebrews chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, something in 8. No, not 8, 9 and 10, I believe. But it was so awesome. So it's broken down into several things, and I'll get into that later. So I'm just trying to fish through some things because I'm trying to get my Christian planner that I use to put my sermon notes in. They have been printed out. That I did do, but I didn't decorate them as the weeks were going on. And then my printer broke, like I said. And thankfully, I was able to, before it broke down, print out some of my sermon nugget Bible um, elements from the Faithful Heart Shop. I believe I'm using an illustrated faith, so it kind of helped me out here, and then some in my Bible, but you'll see as the process. I'm not going to show everything for the Christian planner because I ended up doing a lot of sermon fix-ups for my Christian planner, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to show you briefly, but it took me almost like 2 hours, and then going into my sermon Bible, but I'll get into that as well. So I just wanted you to share the struggle with me, the sin of procrastination. Now, with my sermon notes like this, again, I won't ever do this again. I will make sure once it's printed out that I print out my elements and put them in at that moment, instead of waiting and just printing out the sermon notes and say, oh, I'll go back and decorate it. Have you ever done like, oh, I'll go back and do it. I'll go back and do it. Then it all catches up to you. So this is one area of my sin of procrastination that I have to fix, and I will fix it immediately. Well, thank you for hearing me. Thank you for listening to my rant. Thank you for watching, and remember, don't procrastinate. And if I can Bible journal, so can you. Take care. I love you guys. Bye. There is no rhyme or reason to this video aside from a lesson learned from me, and hopefully it would encourage you not to procrastinate. If you do, let things build up like this, like I did. And I just wanted to show you some of the things that I had printed out from Illustrated Faith. What else? I think used Vin Lee, Praise and Pray. Yeah, there's another one. Illustrated Faith. I think I said that. Yeah. Illustrated Faith, Praise and Pray, Vin Lee, and yeah, that's it. That little cute. That's the church lady from Ben Lee. I think that is so cute. But anyway, I just used what I had and what I was able to print out before my printer went awry, as I told you. And I'm just showing you guys just how quickly I just grabbed some of the stash and made a page. You don't have to make it elaborate. It can just, as long as the colors kind of coordinate, that's what I did. So, I mean, they're not the best pages in the world, but that's what I get for procrastinating. I just wanted, again, to share with you guys and to encourage you to illustrate your notes and don't let them build up like I did. Okay? Take care. If you are new to this channel, welcome. And check down at the description box below. You will see some of the codes that I have to some shops where you can get a nice discount, because sales and discounts are always in order. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching and bearing with me. And for those of you who are new to my channel, this Christian planner I use for sermon notes that I take on Sundays, and then also we are reading through the Bible at home personally. And so each chapter for the weekly section, I've just been summarizing very briefly, nothing in depth, what that chapter was about. So that's why I use this book, and that's why this planner is so well used. I didn't want the videos to be too long, so stay tuned for part 2 of this sermon nugget setup. I'll be using my sermon journaling Bible for the next part of the setup.